Welcome, welcome, welcome to the first ever live recorded episode of Creators Corner, where we unleash the culture of community and creation by talking to Black creators and entrepreneurs across the country with the intention to support and promote their inspiring creations. I am Aprile Reltuh, your host, and today we have our first creator, Miss Rachel Ligon. Miss Rachel Ligon, okay, first off, let me just say, we go back to Arizona days, so I'm so happy to have her here with us today. But Rachel Ligon is the founder of Adorn Boss Business Academy. She helps overwhelmed, aspiring entrepreneurs who are stuck in the analysis paralysis phase go from being uncertain about their online business to having clarity and confidence by validating their niche and teaching them how to create digital products, sales funnels, and top marketing strategies so they can finally make their first sale online. Thank you for joining us today, Miss Rachel. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. And just in layman's terms, tell us a little bit about Adorn Boss Business Academy and what you do.
Well, basically what you said is I help aspiring entrepreneurs who are overwhelmed. They're stuck in the analysis paralysis phase, and they know they want to start an online business. They just don't know how. So I help them find their niche, help them get unstuck, and then give them that clarity they need so they can make their first sale online.
That's what's up. That is very beautiful. And how did you become so passionate about helping these overwhelmed, aspiring entrepreneurs in their business transformation?
Because for me, that's the same story that I had for myself when I
Yeah,
was trying to figure out what business did I want to start. I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur. My mom was an entrepreneur, so it's in my blood. However, my mom, she did hair. She also was in real estate. And I knew that I wanted to be online because seeing her as an entrepreneur, she was very much, you have to be where, in that physical location. And I know I wanted location, time, and financial freedom, and I just
yeah.
didn't know exactly how to do it. So as I was researching for myself, I was on YouTube, always just researching and researching. I find something that says, oh, well, you also need to know this, and then also need to know that. And it was just so frustrating for me because I was genuinely trying to find the answers, but no one could just give me a step-by-step blueprint, which is why I said, whenever I figure this thing out, I want to help people simplify the process because it really shouldn't be that complicated. And to be honest, it's really not. Now, I spent more than $50,000 learning from top digital
Wow.
marketers and business gurus just so I can figure this out. And now I help people save their time, their money, and also stop being so frustrated because I literally give a step-by-step blueprint with the ADORN method that I created so they can find their niche easily.
That's what's up. And that's something that a lot of entrepreneurs I'm sure could relate to. Just the fact of trying to figure out how to get a business up and going without a whole bunch of hassle, without a whole bunch of confusion, and still having to do that research, but not always knowing where to go to find the information that they need. And so the fact that you were able to go out and find that information and be able to start this course is a great and a beautiful thing for upcoming and aspiring entrepreneurs. And I really commend you for that.
Thank you.
Welcome, no problem. And so how have these ideas and these tactics that you've learned over this course of the time that you've researched, and how have they benefited you in business personally?
Well, personally, now I'm not stuck anymore. So I've been able to, for my own self, I've created what's called the Adorn Method. It's a 5-step framework, and it helps basically, number one, it breaks down your spiritual gifts because I feel like when I was, really stuck at work and I just could not stand being in my 9 to 5, and I was thinking like, oh my gosh, I want something that's tied to my passion and my purpose. And so
Mhm.
step one is finding your assignment. And so I really done a lot of work spiritually to tap into what are my spiritual gifts and how did God create me. So now whenever I created my business, I know that it's something meaningful and I have fulfillment in it. And then the next step, I created a business plan so that now I know exactly what strategies I need to take for the business. And then the old method of it's called one step ahead, and the Adorn method. It's basically helping you overcome the imposter syndrome that a lot of people go through
Mm,
because a lot of times you
yes.
don't know what you don't know, and sometimes you don't even earn your own value and your worth of the things that you know that people will actually pay you to teach them. And
Mm.
then the R is the research. So I've done a lot of marketing research. I paid for a lot of courses. And so now I know so many strategies to help you understand who is your target audience, understand what products or services would you like to provide and get clarity on that. And then the last one is niche down. That's really just finding your specialty so that when you have a specialty, you actually are able to charge more because your ideal audience looks exactly for what you are offering. And when you think about a specialty, think of like a doctor. There's so many of them. However, if you go to a dentist, they specialize in your oral care, or a chiropractor can help you with your back, and you will pay them way more than just a general practitioner. So that's just something to think about. And so that's the Adorn method that I use specifically after learning so much from those business entrepreneurs that has helped me. And I just simplify it. By the end, you'll be able to know your niche and be able to get started taking action and stop just researching.
That's what's
Mhm.
up. And I love that how you are able to break down the most basic needs of a business and what an entrepreneur needs to further their online business. I know the aspect of where you said that imposter syndrome. A lot of people I know that's something that I've battled with personally in business, and so I know that that is something that a lot of people can benefit from, even if outside of business. Okay, so that part alone is something that a lot of people could benefit from. So that's what's up. Okay, and so what would you say that entrepreneurs could expect as results in their business after taking the course? I know that you said that you're helping them to basically make their first sale, but past their first sale, what would you say that they could expect?
Well, passive first is really just rinse and repeat. Once you know the process, you just do it all over again because that part is easy. But they to stop thinking that far ahead is really just getting them taking action and understanding it's okay to take messy action because messy action is still action, and understanding that you're going to get better by doing. So getting them the foundational work, that's number one. So understanding exactly, have a clear example of what you are going to do and who are you going to serve and what transformation are you going to make for others. And so that's why starting with having a niche is so important because everything that you create will be based on the transformation you do for others. So that's basically what I would tell them to do so far ahead, but think about, okay, what are you supposed to do right now? Because that's why you're stuck. You're constantly thinking about of course we want to have the end goal, but you got to think about, okay, so now you know your end goal, but what's step one? And step one is
Yeah.
finding your niche and building the foundation for your business so you can go ahead and make those sales and continuous sales.
Okay, okay. I like the way you put that, for sure, for sure. So basically, just get started. Just get started.
Yeah,
And
that's basically what this course is. This course is to help you get unstuck because you know that you want to start a business, but you just don't know how. And this is the step by step, literally how, walk you through it and hold you accountable and give you that blueprint that you need that is customized specifically for your business. That's what my coaching program does. The best way to get over those nerves is really just by doing because
Mhm.
you're going to get better as you perfect it over time. No one's going to be good right off the bat, but you're never going to get good if you don't get started.
I definitely do want to talk about the audience because as far as because they definitely could benefit from that. Like a lot of the individuals and the creators that I deal with on a personal basis or speak to on a personal basis or regular basis enough are basically vendors that have participated in my pop-up shops. And for a period of time, I was doing them monthly. Okay. So a lot of the people that are following me on my platform are other creators who either have websites or are looking to get into the online business, but haven't fully made their or haven't fully gotten confident enough to take that step to do so. You know what I'm saying? And so these are that's just tidbits of personal conversations that I've actually had with some of them, and them just being afraid to take that step, whether it be money wise, whatever the case. A lot of times it's because of money, but that also goes along with the scarcity mindset that you've been talking about, you know, being afraid to um put that money into an online website so that they can um make those sales and profit off of it later, or just, you know, reach whoever they're trying to reach. And a lot of them are having a hard time with at least even moving over to online sales. Like majority of them will post their products online, but don't actually have a website or anything like that. And I don't know if that even I don't know how much that matters in online business, but for me personally, I prefer the online website, but I need to get more traffic to it. You know what I'm saying? And so
Right.
so like I think that my audience definitely could benefit from that for sure.
Yeah, because a lot of times you can have your information online, but if you don't know how to draw traffic to it, and there's so many free strategies that you can do, there's also paid strategies. And when you talk about the scarcity mindset, that mindset I used to have myself before I really started investing. Honestly, it was God that told me to invest in myself. I was like, I wish I
Yeah.
do. And then I heard a voice, it was invest in yourself. And so what that looks like is investing and getting the knowledge. If you don't know how to do something, someone does, and what you can learn from them is how to, apply, how to move faster from where you are, because money is a tool. It's
Yeah.
used to get the things that you want. You can purchase things, or it can help you, and you don't have to love money, but just know that it is a tool to help build on the
Uh,
success that you've envisioned for yourself. And even when it comes to running paid ads, a lot of people be like, oh well, I don't want to lose my money. Well, the mindset that you need to know about ads is that when you run ads in the beginning, it's going to be a testing phase, because you don't know the target audience and how they're going to respond. But once you make your first sale, then you can retarget those ads for basically a similar lookalike audience for the people who
right.
actually are purchasers. But it's going to take some money to actually get that data. So what you're paying for is the data up front. And then you're going to do split testing, and then you're going to do comparison, and then you're going to perfect your ads over time. But it takes a little bit upfront, and then it doesn't even have to cost that much, and it can usually be like $10 a day per ad. And so if you have three different ads, it's not too expensive just to get the data in and get you a sale. If you decide to do it, through a paid advertising way. But you also can different strategies for, organic, which is, finding different, groups on Facebook, or maybe even certain communities online that you can tap into and start reaching out to people who are in your target audience. Where are they hanging out, and how you can convert them into, a paid clients, or maybe even creating a certain funnel that has a lead magnet, which is like a freebie that you can offer and allow people to exchange their email address or their phone number for your, that that's something that they need help right now, and it solves just one problem, not the whole thing, but it's like an introductory, a sample. When you think about going to the food court at the mall, there's always somebody standing there with that piece of chicken on a stick saying, here, would you like to try this? And then you try it and be like, you know what? I think I'm about to buy me a whole meal. So that's
Yeah.
basically what a freebie does. And now those people and you building your email list, and that's all for free by creating videos, and make sure you always have a call to action at the end saying, hey, hop into my, if you want to learn more, here's a free ebook for you that's going to give you the transformation that you've been looking for free. And then inside of that freebie, it leads them into, other things, other ways that you can help them. And that's kind of like how you can do it. So it's a slower paced, you know, it's a slower paced way to build your leads or draw traffic to your website, but it's still a way to continue to make progress and make sales online if you did not want to do or could not afford to do the paid strategy. But that's just so many tactics and so many strategies that people don't
Uh,
know, but because they haven't invested in a coach, you won't know. So that's why it's so important to surround yourself with people who can get you there faster.
yes, definitely, definitely. Because me personally, I am a big advocate for investing in yourself. I know every time I get paid, I try to do at least purchase or invest in at least one thing that can help me get closer to my goals in my business or in different various areas of my life. But I also do very much agree with you know, being able or being willing to invest in yourself to get the knowledge from individuals who actually know what they're talking about and who are willing and able to help.
Hmm.
Because I think that that is the hardest thing about business, not knowing who to ask or not knowing who to be connected with. You've been walking around like patting in the dark, trying to figure out how to even make this business idea that I have work.
Yeah.
And, like, I've been pursuing business since I was 18 years old, and that's over a decade now. And I'm just feeling like I'm making some progress, but it's still not enough. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm ready to. I've been mentally preparing myself to be ready to actually make that breakthrough. But
Yeah.
it's gonna take somebody like you to help me do it.
That's life though. It's like, you learn through life lessons, and the more that you surround yourself around the people who you would like to become, the more you become that type of person. So I just suggest you always surround yourself with people who know a little bit more than you, who are a few steps ahead so that you won't ever get stagnant and complacent, or, just thinking like, oh well, it really shapes your mindset, thinking like, oh well, this is the best I could do, and it is how it's going to be. I know so many people who don't even know how to dream bigger because that idea never entered their head. For example, just thinking about what your possibilities could be just by me throwing out there, you can transcribe your recordings into a book and be like, oh, but someone who's already been there, done that, can be like, oh, that's the easiest problem. You would have been
Yeah.
like stressing about this for months, maybe even years. But somebody who's
Mhm.
been there, be like, oh, that's a 2-minute problem. I can fix that for you. And that's
Right.
what I do. I just literally be like, oh, that's easy. But
That's
it took me a lot of money and a lot of time that I'm trying to save people,
fine.
because
Yes,
it doesn't have to be that way.
I
But
feel
you have
that.
to decide, are you ready for a change? How ready are you? Because
Yeah,
it's going to cost you more wasting your time and energy when you could just move further faster with a good mentor.
yes, yes. And I think that it is worth people laugh at me all the time when I say, I'll pay for convenience. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
people do all the time.
You know what I'm
That's why
saying?
I fast food.
Exactly. Like I will pay for convenience depending on what is, depending on what it is, I will definitely pay for convenience. And this is something that, somebody should be willing to pay for it. It's because it's convenient. You know what I'm saying? It's not only convenient, but it's beneficial, it's helpful, and it comes with a lot of knowledge and knowledge that you can recycle. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? That you can use over and over again to be able to get where you're trying to go. You know?
Right. And get
Yeah.
there faster. And honestly, it's something that I wish that I had somebody who
Mhm.
knew the whole process from beginning to end, not just trying to sell you this one thing and then, oh, now you're going to need this next. It's like, oh my gosh, I'd spent so much money because of that. It was like, oh, I'm just going to show you. No, I'm going to show you from beginning to end, from A to Z. So you'll know exactly how to repeat this over and over again.
That's what's up. That's beautiful. Okay. And so, last question I have for you is just what is one piece of advice that you could give to these entrepreneurs who are struggling to even make their first sale online? What is one piece of advice that you could give to our audience today?
What I can really talk on is really the mindset. Because I know we mentioned this off camera, how we is really a lot of it is all in your head, and you are the one that's telling yourself no, or either overthinking it. Maybe you're stuck with perfectionism, and that's what really holds you back. Is trying to make sure everything is right before you get started. You have sometimes you won't know until you do. I think me in the beginning when I was dealing with perfectionism, I was thinking like, oh my gosh, I want everybody to, perceive me this way. But what I know
Mm,
now is like people really like a human connection. We want to see you, you know, progressing over time. We grow with you. And we're gonna be like, oh, I remember when, she used to do her videos in the house and now she in the studio or whatever the story will be. I have seen people like that and I'm happy for them. But
yeah,
the fact that they got started, this is just the journey. The first thing you can do when you start taking action is getting yourself a mentor, somebody who's been where you're trying to go, someone who can really understand and be patient with you and hold you accountable. That's what I wish that I had. And
yeah.
now I have that, and now I'm able to be that for others. So I would just suggest you, find someone who can really pull you along, step by step.
So if you are someone who needs that, I would definitely recommend Adorn Boss Business Academy course. I would definitely recommend this because just in the one conversation that we had a few days ago, me personally, I've learned a lot about business and how to even go further in my business and through advertising and a variety of other things. So I would definitely recommend participating in the Adorn Boss Business Academy with Miss Rachel Ligon. And so, Rachel, is there a release date for this course?
Yeah, so I'm planning to release it on, or it's launching on October the 26th. However, it's an ongoing enrollment. So I'm actually launching to being able to help more people. I have a link that you can click on, which is to just book a strategy call with me. It's a free 1 hour session where I'm going to help you discover your niche and get a free niche workbook. And then
Yeah,
also, I'm going to sit down with you for an hour to just really work out specifically what steps do you need to take to make your first sale online. And that part of it, if you want to continue to work with me, it's absolutely no hassle. Is up to you. But I'm going to make the offer to say, hey, would you like to work with me in this? But don't feel pressured. If you feel like you know what, you think you can figure it out, which the reality is you've been trying to figure it out already on your own, and I'm trying to save you time, trying to save you
yeah.
money and frustration, but it's up to you, no pressure. And I just want everyone to know like that is an option for you if you are looking for just someone to walk things out with you to help you think it through. That's what that strategy call is about, and it's completely free. A free
That's
hour
what's
of coaching. hmm
That's what's up. Okay, okay, okay. And so you heard it here, Adorn Boss Business Academy course with Rachel Ligon. Can you tell them how they can reach you? I know you stated the website, but is that the main way that you would like them to reach you?
Yeah, I would say just the link that I have to book the strategy call. And you can
Okay.
also check out my website at boss.adornfaith.com. But for sure, if you want to get a hold of me and book a strategy call, then we can do that. But again, boss.adornfaith.com is the website.
Okay, cool. All right. And again, Miss Rachel Ligon, it was a pleasure having you today. And everybody, please, please, please check out Adorn Boss Business Academy. If you are interested, please check out her link, schedule an appointment, and get started making those sales online. Okay. And then also be sure to check us out on upcoming information on Creators Corner. And I'll be posting the links for the Adorn Boss Business Academy in the description box and with this video. Okay. Thank you for joining, Rachel.
Thank you.